Okay, now for more of the leg glute region. What you want to do first is, I want to feel the head of the greater trochanter, the ball and socket, right in the glute region. Just move it back and forth. Make sure you're not putting a lot of pressure right on that ball and socket region. So I'll kind of use that as a landmark for some of these techniques then. So for the glute region, let's say they do have shorts on. What you can do is kind of lift it up a little bit. Always ask permission. Lift it up a little bit, like this. Actually plant your hand cross-handed. So eventually, it's going to actually kind of separate like this then. So you don't want to have it stretched out already and actually perform the stretch because you're not going to go anywhere at all. So even if somebody has a shirt on and they want some myofascial release on this region, just bunch it up in the center like this, plant your hands, so eventually it's going to kind of separate like that. Okay, the gluteus medius area just below the iliac crest. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to actually push in to the sacrum region. So we're going to push into the sacrum region. And if you need to, you can actually kind of pull the foot towards you. So this is the area, so especially for women, if they have their menses, this is the area that usually relieves some with cramps. So you can also just have it rested like this, actually just lean in and just go up a little bit too. And since we're only going in one direction, it's okay, so you don't have to bunch it up for that area. So you're just going to lift it up, go straight up, or you can go the other way too. So especially if, again, if one hip is a little bit higher than the other one, so you want to kind of go in that direction then to kind of even it out as much as you can. Then you can also include the hamstring region into the glute region. And again, if they have shorts here, you don't have to slide here, you can actually just kind of plant. And then this hand will eventually just go down a little bit. So again, you're going to hold these stretches for a little while too. But some of these you can actually make into massage techniques too. Okay, next one we can actually do is kind of separate the hamstrings. So the semitendinosus, membranosus, more the medial side, biceps femoris, lateral side, adductor magnus, really deep, right in the center. So you're just kind of separating that region. And some of the other techniques that we showed you on the back, you can actually use those too. So, like the knuckles if you need to. Some people will actually just kind of turn like this. You're just kind of leaning in. So you use more of your forearm, not necessarily the elbow. But you can if they want actually more pressure. But that's getting really into more deep tissue techniques. So you can use more the flat side of your forearm. Especially for guys, you might want to use more of the flexor side because it's not as hairy. So if you use more of the extensor side, they might actually feel a little bit scraping with the forearm hairs. Okay, next one we're going to do is actually lift up the foot. We're going to bring it this way so you can test it one direction, next direction. So then you can actually kind of push, sink, and pull. So the reason why I'm pulling here is just so you don't have to work as hard too, but again,